Okay, so you're thinking about launching your online business in 2025. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But picking the right e-commerce platform, it's a big deal.
It really is.
It's kind of like choosing the engine for a rocket ship,
Yeah.
Make the wrong choice, and you're going to be stuck in digital orbit. But don't worry.
Yeah.
We're going to break down the top 15 platforms in this deep dive so you can launch with confidence. We'll help you find those hidden gems.
Yeah.
Expose the potential pitfalls, and make sure you end up with the perfect platform for your online empire.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be fun.
And you know what? We're kicking things off
Yeah.
with a platform that's been making waves. Selldone. Have you heard of them?
Oh, yeah. Selldone is definitely turning heads. And their no plug-in approach. That's really interesting to me. It's a bold move in a world where everyone wants to add on more and more.
Right. It's like they're saying, hey, we've got everything you need right here. No need to go plug in crazy. But seriously, why are plugins such a pain?
Well, think about it. Plugins are like those extra attachments you get for your vacuum cleaner. You think you need them, but they end up cluttering your closet and causing more trouble than they're worth.
Okay, yeah, I get it.
Plugins can clash with each other, they can slow down your site, and even open up security holes. It's like inviting a digital gremlin into your store.
Yikes. So Selldone sidesteps all that by building everything right in. Okay, so no plugins, no gremlins, got it. But what exactly does this built-in business OS thing mean?
Yeah.
For someone who's like actually trying to run a business.
So Selldone's business OS is all about making things easier for you, streamlining things. Imagine this. You've got a single control panel where you can manage your inventory, marketing, orders, customer data, even your accounting.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's like having a whole team of experts working behind the scenes.
That's amazing.
So you can focus on the big picture, building your brand and becoming an e-commerce superstar.
Okay, that sounds pretty amazing. But let's talk about automation. Is this no-code automation as magical as it sounds? Because honestly, I'm not a coding whiz.
You don't need to be. With Selldone's trigger flow feature, you can set up automatic actions based on certain events.
Okay.
So let's say a customer buys a product. Boom. You can trigger an email that thanks them, offers them a discount on their next purchase, or even invites them to join your exclusive club, all without writing a single line of code.
Whoa, okay. That sounds pretty slick. I can be like an automation ninja, silently orchestrating my business success. But like I said, there's more, right? Selldone uses AI for personalization. Now, that's where things get really interesting.
Yeah, AI is a game changer in e-commerce, and Selldone uses AI to personalize the shopping experience for each customer.
Right.
It's like having a super smart sales assistant who knows exactly what each customer wants before they even ask for it.
That's so cool.
Let's say someone's looking at your vintage sci-fi novels. Selldone's AI can suggest other titles, related products. Boom, higher sales, and a customer who feels like they found a hidden treasure.
That's awesome. But does Selldone actually live up to the hype? Are people actually liking it?
Their reviews are stellar. 4.9 out of 5 on Trustpilot and 4.8 on G2.
Wow.
Those are scores that even the biggest skeptic would have to respect. People are raving about how easy Selldone is to use, how powerful it is, and how it's helping them grow their businesses.
Okay, those ratings are impressive. And the more we talk about this no plugin thing, the more I'm starting to see why it's such a big deal.
Yeah.
It's like they've built this fortress of an e-commerce platform protecting you from all those digital gremlins and those security risks that are out there.
Exactly. It's a more secure environment for sure.
So imagine this. No more hunting for plugins, no more compatibility nightmares, no more worrying about security breaches. You can finally focus on building your brand, connecting with your customers, and launching those marketing campaigns that are going to make your competitors sweat.
That's the beauty of it.
Okay, I'm getting serious future of e-commerce vibes from Selldone, but they're not the only game in town. Now let's talk about a platform that needs no introduction, Shopify.
Ah, Shopify. Everyone's heard of them.
Right, it's like the blockbuster movie of the e-commerce world.
Yeah.
But even blockbusters have their flaws, right?
Of course. Every platform has its pros and cons.
And with Shopify, I have a feeling the cost could be a big one. It's not just the monthly fees, it's the apps that can really get you.
Yeah, those app subscriptions can add up.
But hey, let's give credit where it's due. What makes Shopify so appealing in the first place?
Well, for starters, their app store is massive. Thousands of apps that can do just about anything you can imagine. Need help with marketing? Boom, there's an app for that. Want to streamline your shipping? Bam, another app. It's incredibly convenient, especially for beginners.
It really is. And let's not forget, Shopify is super easy to set up. Even if you've never built a website before, you can get a basic store up and running in just a few hours.
That's right. Their interface is very user-friendly,
Hmm.
and their customer support is top-notch. They're available 24/7 to help you with any issues.
So ease of use, tons of apps, great support. Shopify's checking a lot of boxes, but I'm telling you, those app subscriptions can add up faster than you can say e-commerce empire.
That's true. While the basic plan is affordable, those app subscriptions can sneak up on you. And depending on the plan you choose in your payment gateway, you might have to pay transaction fees to Shopify too.
Ouch. Those transaction fees can really eat into your profits. And there's another thing that kind of bugs me about Shopify, the customization limitations. I mean, sure, you can tweak the design a bit, but they have a pretty tight grip on the checkout page. And that's where the magic happens. That's where your customers actually buy your products.
I see what you mean. It would be nice to have more control over the checkout experience, to really make it your own.
Right. You want that final moment to be perfect to reflect your brand. But hey, if you've got money to burn, there's always Shopify Plus, right?
Shopify Plus is their enterprise-level solution.
So it's like the luxury yacht of e-commerce platforms.
Yeah.
But let's be real. It's not for everyone. And even with all its bells and whistles, there's a hidden risk with Shopify that we need to talk about.
Their reliance on third-party apps.
Exactly. While having a ton of apps is super convenient, it also makes you vulnerable.
How so?
It's like building your spaceship out of parts from a dozen different planets. If one of those parts malfunctions, you're in trouble.
Ah, I get it.
And if an app isn't well maintained or has security flaws, it could create chaos in your online store. You're putting your trust and your business in the hands of all these third-party developers.
It's a trade-off for sure. Convenience versus control.
So for all you aspiring e-commerce moguls out there, think about your risk tolerance. Are you comfortable building your business on a foundation of third-party apps? Or do you want a more streamlined and secure solution?
That's a question every entrepreneur needs to ask themselves.
Okay, Shopify's a big player, but it's not the only path to e-commerce success. Now let's talk about a platform that's known for its flexibility and open source nature, WooCommerce.
Ah, WooCommerce. The platform for those who like to tinker and have complete control over their online store.
It's like the ultimate DIY project in the e-commerce world. But as we all know, DIY projects can be both rewarding and incredibly frustrating.
True.
So let's break it down. What makes WooCommerce so appealing?
Well, first of all, it's free. At least the core plugin is. And once you get past the initial setup, WooCommerce offers almost limitless customization. You can tweak and modify your store to your heart's content. It's like having a blank canvas and a set of digital paintbrushes.
That's pretty cool. So you can really make it your own.
Exactly. And there's a huge library of plugins and themes available for WooCommerce, so you can add any functionality or style you want.
But wait a minute. Didn't we just talk about how plugins can be a pain?
Yeah.
I thought we were trying to escape the plugin vortex.
You're right. It's a bit ironic, isn't it? While WooCommerce itself is powerful, you do need plugins to unlock its full potential.
So it's a trade-off.
Yes. You get incredible flexibility and control, but it comes at the cost of complexity. You're essentially becoming the website administrator, the security chief, and the chief engineer all rolled into one.
That sounds like a lot of responsibility.
Yeah.
So before jumping into WooCommerce, you need to ask yourself, am I comfortable with the technical stuff?
That's a good question to ask.
How much time do I want to spend on website maintenance and troubleshooting?
Yeah, exactly.
WooCommerce can be awesome, but it's not for everyone.
Right. You need to have some technical skills and a DIY mindset.
Okay, so WooCommerce is for the more tech-savvy folks out there. But now let's talk about a platform that's designed for businesses that are ready to scale up big commerce.
Big commerce, they're all about growth.
They definitely have that go big or go home
Yeah.
attitude. So what makes them so appealing for businesses that want to grow really fast?
Well, one of the biggest advantages is that they don't charge transaction fees, so you get to keep 100% of your profit.
That's amazing, especially if you start making more sales.
Absolutely. And they've got some great SEO features built in, so you can get your store ranking higher in search results.
That's so important. You've got to be visible if you want to succeed online.
Exactly. And big commerce is all about omni-channel selling too. So you can sell on your website, social media, marketplaces like Amazon and eBay, even in person using their POS system.
Wow, so it's like having a whole fleet of e-commerce starships ready to take your products to every corner of the galaxy.
That's a great way to put it. But even with all these advantages, there are a couple of things to consider before choosing big commerce.
Like what?
Well, their interface can be a bit overwhelming for beginners, It's powerful, but not super intuitive.
So you might need some time to learn the ropes.
Exactly. And their starting price is higher than some other platforms.
So budget is definitely a factor to consider. But here's a question that's been bugging me. If BigCommerce has so many features built in, why would you ever need to use plugins?
That's a great question. And while they do have a lot built in, there might be some specific functionality that you need that's not included.
Ah, I see. So you might still find yourself venturing into the plugin nebula.
It's possible.
Okay, so BigCommerce is a powerful platform with a lot to offer. But you might need some technical skills and a bit of a budget to get started.
That's a fair assessment.
All right, so BigCommerce is definitely an option for those who are serious about growing their business. But now let's talk about a platform that's all about ease of use, Wix.
Wix, they're known for their user-friendly website builder.
Right. It's like playing with digital building blocks. You just drag and drop elements to create your online store.
Exactly. Their interface is so intuitive, and they have tons of beautiful templates to choose from.
And I've heard they have decent SEO tools too.
They do. They make it easy to optimize your site for search engines.
But I'm guessing there are some limitations when it comes to e-commerce.
You're right. While Wix does offer e-commerce features, they're not as robust as some other platforms.
So it's probably not the best choice for large businesses or those with complex needs.
Probably not. It's more geared towards smaller businesses or those who are just starting out.
Got it. So Wix is a good option for those who prioritize ease of use and have a simpler e-commerce vision. What about security?
Wix takes security very seriously. Their platform is secure.
That's good to hear.
But it's always wise to take precautions, like choosing strong passwords and keeping your software updated.
Right. You can never be too careful in the digital world.
Agreed.
Okay, Wix is definitely worth considering for those who are looking for a simple and user-friendly solution. But now let's talk about a platform that's known for its stunning visuals, Squarespace.
Ah, Squarespace. The platform for those who want their online store to look amazing.
Right. Their templates are seriously impressive, like art gallery level.
Absolutely. They have a real focus on design and aesthetics.
But can they handle the demands of a serious online business?
That's the question, isn't it?
Yeah.
While Squarespace has improved their e-commerce features, they're still primarily a website builder.
So if you're planning on selling a huge variety of products or having complex shipping needs, Squarespace might not be the best fit.
Exactly. It's important to choose a platform that aligns with your business goals.
Okay, so Squarespace is perfect for businesses that prioritize visual appeal and have a more curated product selection. But hold on to your hats, folks, because we're about to enter the realm of the powerful, the complex, the enterprise grade. We're talking about Magento, or as it's known now, Adobe Commerce.
Magento. It's a beast of a platform.
Right, it's like the Death Star of e-commerce platforms.
Yeah.
Incredibly powerful, but potentially dangerous if you don't know what you're doing.
That's a good analogy.
So what makes Magento so powerful, and why do so many big businesses choose it?
Well, it's incredibly customizable. You can create a truly unique online store that's tailored to your specific needs.
So you're not limited by pre-built templates or features. You can really build whatever you want.
Exactly. And Magento is built to handle massive amounts of traffic and complex operations.
It can scale with your business as you grow.
Absolutely. But all that power and flexibility comes at a price.
Literally.
Yes, Magento is expensive. And it requires a lot of technical expertise to set up and maintain.
So it's not for the faint of heart or the light of wallet.
Definitely not.
All right, so Magento is the platform for those who are serious about e-commerce domination and have the resources to invest in a top-of-the-line solution. But if you're just starting out or you're on a tight budget, Magento is probably not the right fit.
I agree.
Okay, we've explored 7 of the top 15 platforms so far. We've seen the user-friendly, the customizable, the powerful. But our e-commerce adventure isn't over yet. There are still 8 more platforms to explore.
8 more.
So buckle up. In the next part of our deep dive, we'll continue our exploration, uncovering more hidden gems and sharing more insights to help you launch your e-commerce business with confidence.
Sounds good.
See you there.
See you there. Welcome back, everyone. In part 1 of our deep dive, we blasted off into the world of e-commerce platforms.
We sure did.
We talked about Wix, Shopify, WooCommerce, BigCommerce. We even touched on the mighty Magento.
It's like we've been on this whirlwind tour of the e-commerce galaxy, trying on different spaceships and testing out their warp drives.
Exactly. But choosing the right platform is just the first step. The real adventure begins when you start building your brand and telling your story.
That's so true. In a galaxy full of online stores, you got to stand out.
Yeah,
You got to captivate your audience. You got to create an experience that's unique.
absolutely. It's not enough to simply exist online. You need to shine brighter than a supernova. So how do you break through the noise? How do you make your e-commerce business stand out?
That's the million-dollar question.
I think the answer lies in the power of storytelling.
Storytelling.
Yeah. In a world full of marketing and sales pitches, people crave authentic stories. Stories that connect with them on a deeper level.
It's like finding a rare artifact in a dusty antique shop. It's not just about the object itself. It's about the story behind it, the journey it's taken.
Exactly. So as you're building your online business, ask yourself, what's my story? What makes me different? What do I stand for?
Right. What makes your brand unique?
And don't be afraid to be yourself, to be quirky, to be bold, to be vulnerable. Let your authentic self shine through.
I love that. Be authentic. Be you.
Because when you're genuine, you'll attract customers who connect with your story and want to be a part of your journey. And remember, your e-commerce platform is just a tool. It's up to you to use it creatively to build an experience that's as unique as your brand.
So it's not just about choosing the right platform. It's about choosing the right platform to tell your story.
Exactly. Now, in part 1, we covered a lot of ground, but we only scratched the surface. So let's revisit some of those key platforms and dive a little deeper into their strengths and weaknesses.
Let's do it. I'm ready to uncover some more e-commerce treasures.
Great. And as we explore, think about how these platforms can help you tell your brand story and connect with your audience.
All right. I'm ready to take notes. So let's start with a platform we talked about earlier, Shopify. It's super popular, but we also talked about some potential downsides, like the whole app addiction thing.
Yes, those app subscriptions can really add up.
It's like going on a shopping spree and coming home with a bunch of stuff you don't really need.
That's a good way to put it. So before you go crazy in the App Store, take a step back and ask yourself, what are my essential needs? What problems am I trying to solve?
Right. Figure out what you actually need before you start spending money.
Exactly. Now, once you've done that, you can start exploring apps that will actually help your business, not just clutter your digital world.
So for those who are thinking about using Shopify, what are some must-have apps that you recommend checking out?
Well, first up, email marketing apps. Building an email list is so important for any e-commerce business. And apps like Klaviyo and Omnisend can really help you out with that.
So they can help you automate your email campaigns.
Yeah, and personalize your messages, segment your audience, boost engagement, all that good stuff.
That sounds pretty amazing.
It is. And then there are social media marketing apps. These can help you streamline your social media, schedule posts, track analytics, engage with your audience. It's like having a social media assistant working for you 24/7.
That would be so helpful.
And let's not forget about shipping and fulfillment apps.
Oh yeah, those are essential.
These apps can automate your shipping processes, compare rates from different carriers, print shipping labels, track packages. It's like having a whole team of robots handling your shipping for you.
That's so cool. So while Shopify's app ecosystem can feel a bit overwhelming at first, it's also one of its biggest strengths. There are so many tools that can help you streamline your business, increase your sales, and build a thriving online store.
Absolutely. But the key is to choose apps that align with your goals and contribute to your overall success.
Right. Quality over quantity.
Exactly. Now let's switch gears and talk about a platform that takes a completely different approach. Selldone. Remember them?
Yeah. The no plugin platform.
Right. Selldone has built all the essential features directly into their platform, so you don't need any third-party plugins.
It's like they've created a self-contained e-commerce spaceship. You don't have to worry about adding extra parts or making risky modifications.
Exactly. And this approach has several advantages. For one, it simplifies things. No more hunting for plugins or dealing with compatibility issues. Everything you need is right there, ready to go.
Okay, so it's super user-friendly.
Yes. And because they've eliminated reliance on third-party plugins, they've also reduced the risk of security vulnerabilities.
So it's a more secure platform.
Exactly. And you don't have to worry about juggling multiple subscriptions or paying extra for essential features. It's all included in their monthly fee.
That sounds pretty awesome.
It is. And Selldone is big on automation and personalization. Their trigger flow feature and AI-powered tools are really impressive.
So they can help you create personalized experiences for your customers.
Absolutely. Even if you're not a tech expert.
That's pretty cool. I'm definitely intrigued by Selldone. It sounds like they're really shaking things up in the e-commerce world.
They are. Now let's talk about WooCommerce.
WooCommerce, the DIY e-commerce platform.
WooCommerce is a great option for those who want complete control over their online store, but it does require a certain level of technical expertise.
It's like building your own spaceship from scratch. You have all the freedom in the world, but you also need to know what you're doing.
That's a good analogy. You're the designer, the engineer, the pilot.
That sounds exciting, but also kind of scary.
It can be both. But if you're up for the challenge, WooCommerce can be incredibly rewarding. You have complete control over your e-commerce destiny.
And you can create a truly unique experience for your customers.
Exactly. And with the massive library of plugins and themes available for WooCommerce, the possibilities are endless.
But with all those plugins, doesn't WooCommerce become vulnerable to security risks and compatibility issues?
It's definitely something to be mindful of. You need to be careful about which plugins you choose and make sure they're compatible with each other and keep them updated.
So it's all about maintenance and being organized.
Exactly. WooCommerce offers amazing flexibility, but it also requires a bit more effort on your part to keep things running smoothly.
Okay, WooCommerce is powerful, but you need to be willing to put in the work. Now let's move on to BigCommerce.
Ah, yes. BigCommerce, the platform for businesses that are ready to scale.
BigCommerce is all about growth, right?
Absolutely. They make it easy to sell across multiple channels, including your website, social media, marketplaces, and even in person. It's like having a fleet of e-commerce starships ready to take your products to any corner of the galaxy.
And they don't charge transaction fees.
Yeah.
Which is a huge plus as you start making more sales.
Absolutely. And they've got great built-in features to help you attract customers and optimize your store for search engines.
So they're all about visibility and growth. But I'm guessing there are some things to consider before choosing BigCommerce.
Well, their interface can be a bit overwhelming for beginners. It's powerful, but it takes some time to learn. And their starting price is higher than some other platforms.
So you need a bit of a budget to get started with BigCommerce.
That's true. But if you're serious about scaling your business, it's definitely worth considering.
Okay, BigCommerce is a powerful platform for ambitious businesses. Now let's talk about Wix.
Wix, the platform that's known for being super user-friendly.
Right, their drag-and-drop website builder is so easy to use. It's like playing with digital building blocks.
Exactly, and they have beautiful templates to choose from, and their SEO tools are pretty decent too.
But I'm guessing their e-commerce features are a bit limited.
You're right. While they do offer e-commerce functionality, it's not as comprehensive as some other platforms.
So Wix is probably better suited for smaller businesses or those who are just starting out.
Exactly. It's a great platform for getting your feet wet with e-commerce.
Yeah.
But you might outgrow it if your business starts to scale rapidly.
Got it. So Wix is all about simplicity and ease of use. But what about security? Is Wix a safe platform to use for my business?
Wix takes security very seriously. Their platform is secure. But it's always smart to take precautions, like choosing strong passwords and keeping your software updated.
Right, basic online security hygiene. Okay, so Wix is definitely a contender for those who value simplicity and ease of use. Now let's talk about Squarespace.
Squarespace, the platform for businesses that want their online store to look absolutely stunning.
Right. They're known for their beautiful designs and their focus on aesthetics.
Absolutely. They have a great eye for design, and their templates are top-notch.
But are their e-commerce features strong enough to handle the demands of a serious online business?
That's the question. While they have improved their e-commerce capabilities, they're still primarily a website builder.
So if you're planning to sell a massive catalog of products or have complex shipping needs, Squarespace might not be the best choice.
Exactly. It's crucial to choose a platform that aligns with your overall business goals.
Right, so Squarespace is perfect for businesses that prioritize visual appeal and have a more curated product selection. Okay, we've explored a lot of different platforms in this part of our deep dive. We've seen the good, the bad, and the beautiful.
And we've talked about the importance of choosing a platform that can help you tell your brand story and connect with your target audience.
But our e-commerce adventure isn't over yet. There's still so much more to explore. So join us for the final part of our deep dive, where we'll uncover even more hidden gems and share more insights to help you launch your e-commerce business with confidence. Welcome back, everyone. We're on the final leg of our journey through the amazing world of e-commerce platforms.
It's been quite a ride, hasn't it?
It really has. We've seen all sorts of platforms, from simple website builders to powerful enterprise-grade solutions. But through it all, we've emphasized one key thing: storytelling.
Absolutely. Your e-commerce platform isn't just about selling products. It's about sharing your brand's story and creating a connection with your audience.
Right. It's like creating an experience, a journey for your customers. So, as we wrap up our deep dive, let's talk about the future. What trends are shaping the world of e-commerce? What should entrepreneurs be thinking about as they launch their online businesses?
Well, one trend that's huge and only getting bigger is mobile commerce. Everyone's on their smartphones these days.
It's true. I do pretty much everything on my phone.
And that means your online store needs to be optimized for mobile devices. It has to look good and function perfectly on phones and tablets.
Right. People are busy. They want things to be quick and easy.
Yeah.
If your site is clunky on mobile, they're going to go somewhere else.
Exactly. Another big trend is personalization. Customers want to feel like you understand them, like you're offering them something unique.
So it's not just about having great products. It's about creating a personalized experience.
Right. And AI is playing a big role in that. AI-powered tools can analyze data and personalize everything, from marketing messages to product recommendations.
Wow, so it's like having a personal shopper for every customer.
Exactly. And we're seeing even more advanced personalization with things like augmented reality and virtual try-on experiences.
That's amazing. It's like bringing the store to the customer, wherever they are.
Exactly. And with the metaverse on the horizon, who knows what the future holds for e-commerce?
It's pretty exciting to think about. But with all these changes happening, it can be a little overwhelming for entrepreneurs, right?
It can be. That's why it's so important to choose an e-commerce platform that's flexible, one that can adapt to these evolving trends.
Right, because the world of e-commerce is constantly changing.
Exactly. Now, have you heard of headless commerce?
Headless commerce. That sounds a little spooky.
It's not spooky at all. It's actually a really cool concept. Headless commerce is basically separating the front end of your store, the part customers see, from the back end, which handles all the behind-the-scenes stuff.
So it's like having a spaceship where you can customize the cockpit, but the engine and navigation systems are separate.
Exactly. And this gives you so much more flexibility. You can create a truly unique storefront that works seamlessly across all devices and platforms.
So you can reach your customers wherever they are on whatever device they're using.
Exactly. And as customers expect more personalized and seamless experiences, headless commerce is likely to become even more popular.
So entrepreneurs need to be thinking about these things as they choose their platform.
Absolutely. Now, as we wrap up our epic deep dive into the world of e-commerce platforms, I think it's time to share some final words of wisdom.
Okay, let's hear it. What advice do you have for our listeners who are dreaming of launching their own online businesses?
First of all, remember that the e-commerce world is vast and full of opportunity. But it's also competitive, so you need to be prepared to work hard and stand out.
Right, you've got to be willing to put in the effort.
Exactly. And you need a clear vision for your business. What makes you different? What's your unique selling proposition? What's your story?
I love that. Tell your story.
And be authentic. Be yourself. People connect with genuine brands. And don't be afraid to experiment.
That's great advice. The world of e-commerce is always evolving, so you have to be willing to adapt and try new things.
Absolutely. So go out there, explore the galaxy of e-commerce platforms, and find the perfect spaceship for your journey.
And remember, we're here to support you every step of the way. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the exciting world of e-commerce.